So, I'm about to finish up my time here in college, and before I go home to live with my parents, I'd figure I'd leave you guys with 5 tips on how to be successful in an English GE class as a non-English major. I chose 5 simply because it's pretty standard for these types of videos, and also it's the highest number I can count to, so let's get started. Number 1. Interaction. The first thing you might do in class is interact with other students. While this may seem fairly straightforward, there are certain topics you should stay away from certain students. For example, avoid talking about the job market with liberal arts students. Don't talk to pre-med students about student loans or how long until they graduate. And never ever tell an engineering student you've had a lot of homework, even if you're an engineering student yourself. If you're wondering what engineering class has the most work, it's the class they're in right now. Number 2. Knowing how much you should study. In the beginning of class, I was told that I should expect 1 to 2 hours of homework for each hour of lecture, and I thought, sweet, no homework. Unfortunately, this backfired on me when it was time for midterms and I didn't know where the room was. Number 4. How to study. Our professor once said the best method to learn a subject is to teach it, which I found to be one of the more thought-provoking catch-22s in English. At this point, I want to point out a few quotes from the book we read in class. I was dependent on none and related to none. What did this mean? Who was I? What was I? Whence did I come from? What was my destination? These questions continually recurred, but I was unable to solve them. Chapter 15, Frankenstein. You and us both, monster. You and us both. On a more serious note, many students in GE classes often feel dejected because they don't perform as well at a subject that's not their major class. Some students blame their bad grades on their lack of interest in the subject, while others blame the teaching method of the class. However, many students fail to see that general education courses are meant to broaden your spectrum of knowledge, not make you an expert in that subject. Just remember that no matter how smart or well-informed at a subject someone may seem, you'll always be better than them in some way. Mary Shelley had an incredible vocabulary and used it to write incredible books and poems. I have dictionary.com and Microsoft Word. Helen Keller was able to read and write in multiple different languages. I smoked her in the 100 meters. Isaac Newton formulated the laws of motion and universal gravitation that dominated scientists' views of the physical universe for the next 3 centuries. I'm not British.